Well, hello and welcome to Southampton on the busiest day for cruising here in 50 years. There are 6 cruise ships in at once today. That's more ships than there are terminals. And that's something like 10,000 passengers all heading off on holidays of a lifetime. I'm going to try and get on as many of these ships as I can. So first of all, there's the Arcadia from P&O Cruises. She's about to go around the world on an 82-night world cruise. Sounds absolutely fabulous. Now, unfortunately, they say that they're too busy on board to let me go filming. It was P&O and Cunard that started cruising, you know, back in the 1830s and 40s. But if I can't get on the P&O ship, I'll get on this one, Cunard. It's their newest one, the Queen Elizabeth, named by the Queen back in October. What an event that was. Look at this wooden artwork in the Grand Lobby. That was done by Viscount Lindley. She's a beautiful ship. She really feels like an ocean liner. They've really done well to recreate that special atmosphere. She's very Art Deco, and of course everything is absolutely top quality. Now, like most of the ships today, she's going westbound, so she'll be crossing the Atlantic. When she gets to New York, she'll be meeting up with her sister ship, the Queen Victoria, which today is in the next terminal along, though I won't have time to go on board. And they'll also be meeting the Queen Mary II, the flagship of the Cunard fleet. That'll be the first time all 3 ships have met. The pictures you're looking at, they were taken by my friend Patsy. She's also a liner lover, and she enjoyed her tour of this ship too. She's really sumptuous and stylish, and the passengers, they're going to be on board for 103 nights, and they're going to have a ball. There's a book about sailing the Atlantic called The Only Way to Cross, and it's true, you know. Who wants to be cooped up in the back of a plane when you can travel like this? Now, here's the Queen Victoria, seen from the Queen Elizabeth. She's off to Los Angeles. And looking north, you can see the other ships that are in Southampton today. What a sight that is. Anyway, right said Fred, Olsen. Better get a move on. Let's go and board the Balmoral. Thirsty work this, you know. I'm about to go and meet the captain. He's going to tell us more about this ship's cruise. It's a world cruise. Sounds absolutely fantastic. But before then, I really could do with a drink. Paul, about a gin and tonic? Yes. Ah, that's better. Look at the lobby area. Look at all this brass. It's really nice, isn't it? Someone's got to polish that.
And some ships that rush through world cruise, like they book 80 days around the world.
Yeah.
But here we try to give ourselves the pleasure and time of spending evening time at sea.
Captain, you've got all these charts and stuff. I take it you've also got a TomTom or something on here, have you? A sat nav?
No, but we have a GPS, of course. I have one here.
Oh, that's okay.
So I know where I am.
There's a great view, actually. If you turn the camera around, you can see that there's a great view of the sister ship, the Black Watch, just over there. And if we'd been here a day earlier, the third ship, Boudica, was in, so that would have been a sort of a nice little threesome.
Now that ship is actually a triplet, so am I. I am a born triplet too, 2 brothers captains.
Really?
And 2 of us, we have sailed on that ship before she came here.
He's a lovely guy. You can see the full interview with him below this one. So that was the Balmoral. This is the Black Watch, sister ship. She's going to be away for 77 nights. She's going to be going down to the Falkland Islands. Superb, and then all the way up the left-hand side of South America and back through the Panama Canal. I tell you what, I've been on hundreds, literally, of cruise ships, and I wasn't expecting here on the Black Watch to have a wow, you know? I mean, she's not the newest ship in the world, but I was just walking past here, and this is the Braemar Garden Cafe. And it's absolutely lovely. I love this room. And the thing about it, the reason I mention it, and the reason I've stopped to have a cup of coffee in it, is because it's such a surprise. I was not expecting to find such a lovely room as this on this ship. Amazing. So, nice cup of coffee. Let's get back out into the cold and visit the last of the ships we're going on today. That's the Saga Ruby. But where on earth? Something fruity is going on. Now, it's so busy in Southampton today that they've run out of cruise terminals. And so the Saga Ruby is part of the Canary Islands Fruit Terminal, which does exactly what it says on the tin. Most of the time it's used for importing fruit from the Canaries. However, they can use the main hall as a baggage hall, as you'll see, and this is where they want to build Terminal 5, because as cruising is booming, especially no-fly ex-UK cruising, they really need the extra space, because although 6 ships today is unusual, it's not going to be unusual for long. There's going to be plenty more ships heading our way. We've got to have the space for them. So while the passengers are waiting to board the ship, we've got the Hot Rhythm Orchestra warming them up. Now Saga and the Port of Southampton, they did a great job actually converting this fruit terminal into a passenger terminal. There was carpet, there was tea and coffee, and of course there was music. And it was actually really nice, but they can't wait to get the proper Terminal 5. And I bet the passengers can't wait to get going either. 110 days and nights. The Ruby is the only one of today's 6 ships that's going to be turning left when she gets to the end of the English Channel. She'll be going through the Mediterranean, through the Suez Canal down to India, Singapore, Australia, Honolulu, Los Angeles, and then through the Panama Canal and home. Now those of you that follow me regularly will know that Saga cruises in general, but the Saga Ruby in particular, is one of my favourite ships. And it's not because of the facilities. There's no rock climbing wall, there's no ice rink, although this deck can turn into it sometimes if you're in the Arctic. It's the service, it's the friendliness, just the ambience. It's just really relaxed and friendly, and I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to go off and have a word with the captain. The people getting on board, they're enjoying the afternoon tea, but there's one thing I must do first. We get everywhere. We're in the sanctum of sanctums on the Saga Ruby. It's the captain's private quarters. This is Captain Steve Angove. You're taking the ship out on the world cruise. Now the Saga Ruby has been around the world quite a few times, but for you this is your first world cruising command, isn't it?
It's the first time as captain, yes.
Scary?
Not really, no. It all comes as part of the job. It's a perk, really, I think. The world cruise is always a very nice cruise to take.
Yeah, because as well as the navigation officers who are driving the ship, and the engineering officers who are keeping the engines going, and the hotel officers and the cooks and everybody, and the waiters and the cabin stewards, there's also the entertainers, and the cruise director for the first part of the trip, at least I believe, is Jo Bowes.
She's going all the way, actually.
She's going all the way?
Full world cruise.
Jo's going all the way, folks. She's one of the great cruise directors. She's so funny. They do a show. I'm sure the cruise ships do it as well, but it's best on here. It's called If I Were Not Upon the Sea. Has she roped you into taking part into that?
No. I have to maintain my dignity somehow.
Well, this world cruise sounds absolutely fantastic. Captain, please, are there any spare cabins?
I'm sorry, Steve, we're all full.
Well, on that sad note, that's the end of this report from Southampton. 6 ships sailing out of Southampton today. That's the first time in 50 years. And I really wish I was going, well, with any of them, but actually I wish I was going on this one. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed the video for today. Captain, have a brilliant cruise, have a safe cruise, and enjoy every second of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers.